Shabbos, good Shabbos. This is Ephraim Mordechai Lewis from Mali Ephraim in the Jordan Valley. I want to share a teaching today from the Kedushas Levi on this week's parsha, koach. The parsha begins by saying, Koach, son of Yitzhar, son of Kedushas, son of Levi, took himself to one side along with the son and Avira. So the commentators teach that in essence this parsha takes place after the sin of the spies, when the Jewish people are told that they're not going to enter into the land of Israel. And Korach, who was a Levi, one of the leaders in Levi, and was considered a very holy person. Even the Midrash says that Korach never did anything wrong up until this rebellion against Moses and Hashem. That he was a holy person. He was a very wealthy person, actually, and he, along with Dasan and Aviram and 250 other leaders of the Jewish community, went to Moses and said, "We are all holy. Why do you you and your brother Aaron set yourself above us?" And when they said this, Moses and Aaron fell on their faces. There's a good question. What did it mean when Moses and Aaron fell on their faces? Why did they do that? One of the teachings that from Rav Pinson is that Moses couldn't understand exactly where Korach was coming from, why Korach would start this rebellion. Because he was such a humble, holy person that he could never think, he knew that he was appointed by Hashem, and Aaron was appointed by Hashem to their roles, and so he could never understand why Korach actually would start a rebellion when Moses knew that Hashem had designated them to be the leaders of the Jewish people in the desert. And Moses, by falling on his face, was intended to try to understand better what Korach's intentions were. But having said that, the Kedushas Levi tries to explain what does it mean that it says that Korach took. He took himself to the side. He took. And Kedushas Levi explains that there are two different types of people that serve Hashem. Okay, there's one kind of Oved or servant who serves Hashem largely within the structure of reward and punishment. In other words, this person serves Hashem because he's afraid of being punished if he doesn't do the right thing, if he does a negative error, but also he does positive things in order to get a reward in this world and the world to come. So that's what his motivation is coming from. Then there's a second level of divine service, and this kind of Jew serves Hashem not based on fear or reward, but out of absolute love and a burning desire to fulfill the will of his Creator. In fact, the concept of reward and punishment hardly ever crosses his mind. He's way above that. In his mind, he's not saying, if I push myself to learn 5 minutes more, I will get so much more reward. Or I better not do this sooner, I will get punished. Instead he says, I will push myself to learn for 5 minutes more to give the mass of the world so much pride and pleasure. Or how can I do this Avera will ruin the relationship I maintain with my Father in heaven, causing him so much anguish. So while these are both documented approaches to serving Hashem, this parsha is teaching us the importance of serving Hashem just to please Hashem. Korach, in one sense, was starting the rebellion because he did know, and he prophesied in the future, this is when Mashiach comes, that we will all be equal in essence, that we will all understand Hashem and be connected to Hashem at the same level, and therefore we don't necessarily need leaders like Moses and Aaron in our lives. But until that point, Korach was really saying, it came from a place of jealousy that Korach wanted to serve Hashem, but he wanted to serve Hashem for his egoistic purposes. So the Kedushas says this was Korach's mistake. The Korach, when it says Korach took the focus of Korach's avodas Hashem was only for the sake of returning eternal reward. Therefore, he wasn't satisfied with Aaron's role in serving Hashem with the lofty service of the kahuna. He wanted it for himself so that he could be the one to earn the tremendous reward Aaron's avoda engendered. So the teaching from this really is that when we serve Hashem, it doesn't matter who brings pleasure to Hashem. That in fact, if our friends or brothers or other people are serving Hashem and bringing great Kedusha into this world, we should be pleased for them and not be jealous and not say, I want that. I want to please Hashem and engender that reward. Serving Hashem has to come from a place of just wanting to please Hashem. We do the mitzvahs not for the reward that it engenders, but in order to bring pleasure to Hashem. So this Shabbos, may we all be blessed to want to strive higher. So Korach actually wanted to be the Kohen Gadol, and we're taught that we can all be Kohen Gadols. So being holy and being close to Hashem is what we should want to happen, but not for selfish rewards, not in order for the rewards that we get, but in order to serve Hashem. And we all have roles in this world. We're not all equal, and some of us are able to learn better than others. Others are able to help to teach people better. We all have our unique roles, and the important thing is to strive and to pray to Hashem for us to be the best person that we can be. Not everyone can be should be the Kohen Gadol, but we should strive to be as holy as possible. So may we all be blessed to know our mission in this world and to strive to fulfill that mission and to please Hashem. Good Shabbos, good Shabbos.